Excuse me while I pause it. Okay, for some reason it's not showing my human decomposition in my name like it did in the last video that I was playing with. Alright, so we're going to try this again. I really like these pictures that I found. Okay. So, what is decomposition or human decomposition? It is the natural process of the breakdown in tissue after death. You could say that decomposition is the breakdown of a reactant into two or more consistent parts. It is the opposite of synthesis reaction, which is when two or more chemical species combine to form a complex product. Decomposition is what embalmers strive to forestall following a person's death. Decomposition takes not very long after a person stops breathing or has become deceased, and rigor mortis kind of sets in. Being out in the elements, embalming, or being in a casket changes the stages of decomposition or how fast a decomposition happens. So we're going to talk about the breakdown. The 5 stages of decomposition. And I messed up on this slide and I'll need to fix it. So the initial breakdown, so as soon as death occurs, your body temperature starts to match the temperature around you, whether that be hot or cold. Your body becomes rigid because there's no oxygen or blood flowing through your body. Microbes start to break down carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids. Bacteria in your intestines starts to eat away at the cells, walls, and enzymes are breaking down in the cells themselves. This is where blowflies and flies find your body, and they start laying eggs. So the second one is bloating, and that's when bacteria is eating away and starting to multiply and produce methane, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and hydrogen sulfate, and that bloats the body. You start purging, which is leaking from any natural hole in your body, such as nose, mouth, probably ears, eyes, other parts of your body, because of all that gas that's built up inside of your body. Insects are present. Maggots begin to hatch and they begin to feed on the human body. And that causes kind of the skin slip. And insects are feeling. Hair starts detaching from the body. And you kind of bloat and you kind of sometimes rupture. And this is where you could start smelling decomposition, which is not actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. Stage 3 is active decay. This is where you lose, and this is where I messed up, lose body mass. Start losing the body mass because the bacteria and the insects, along with the liquids, are kind of coming out of your body and leaking and everything. And your decomposition expands out. And that's when the maggots and insects leave the body and start feeding on the area around the body. And at the end of this stage is when the maggots go on and they become flies. Advanced decay is stage 4. And in this stage is where most of the soft tissue, and of course I'd said it again, most of the soft tissue is gone. Only bones, some hair, cartilage, and ligaments are left. And this is the stage where the bigger insects come, and like beetles, things with bigger mouths, they come and they're able to chew on the tougher material the harder, tougher material. And so the last stage, stage 5, is the dry remains. This is the last stage, and the only thing left is the skeletal remains and some hair. Bones that have not been found will start to lighten in color and reclaim or kind of, turn to ash or turn into the ground. Kind of like your body mummifies, dries out. Like I said, this all it takes a while sometimes. It takes about 4 minutes after a person stops breathing and there's a lack of oxygen before decomposition kicks in. Rigor mortis, the stiffening of the body, sets in within 2 to 6 hours after death and will usually last up to 1 to 3.5 days. It's not like in the movies. It's not the same. Gas buildup, or I'm not going to try to say that word, is that strong fishy kind of smell that is produced by the human body gas, the gassy cell. That's the stage of bloating. And that's what makes the body smell during decomposition. Hydrolysis is the beginning of the chemical reaction of putrefaction or decomposition. And environmental conditions can either speed up decomposition or slow it down, such as if it's hot outside, decomposition is going to be fast. If it's cold, snow, lots of ice, that's going to slow down decomposition. To slow down decomposition, a lot of embalmers use embalming fluid. And this is the whole reason to slow it down. It's made up of formaldehyde, methanol, ethanol, and other solvents that link cellular proteins together to stop decomposition or slow it down. Sorry, you can't stop it. Glutaraldehyde is added to decomposition, so that's one of them, by preserving and disinfecting the body. Why is it important to embalmers? I don't think there's a really great answer to this because it's all one thing. It's knowing about decomposition is important to any embalmer because they need to know what kind of chemicals to use to help embalm the bodies. If no chemicals can be used because decomposition has gone too far, they need to be able to tell the family in the gentlest way possible. My boss likes to say, tell me when to stop. Before, once he's suggested a closed casket and the family asks why. And that's human decomposition. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing the rest of y'all's videos.